So, welcome to the season recap of Death Parade! There's a lot to go over, but I want to keep this under 15 minutes. Just to test how this goes. So, let's move quickly along. First off, let's talk about the technical aspects, and that are... I really like this series. It's amazingly gorgeous and beautiful. If for nothing else, I can at the very least recommend the show on the basis of imagery, scenery, and music. Um, the episodes are just frankly beautiful, and they are really a pleasure to behold and witness. So if nothing else, it's at least visually appealing. On the graphic side, it's really beautiful. Animation is gorgeous, CG flows really well in the show, and it doesn't distract at all. And the character designs are really unique, but not distractingly so, and believably so as well. The attention to eyes and detail is incredible. Uh, you can very easily distinctly tell between arbiters and normal humans because of their eyes, and they are easily noticeable, but they are not actually too distracting in that manner, even though they are very special. And they also have paid a lot of attention to minor details in the emotions and just motions in the characters. When they react to things, they actually have very slight movements. That kind of attention to detail is really beautiful to behold. So yeah, I really like the whole side of the graphical side of the things, because the whole scenery is really well done. They use colors very vividly, and they use them in a very symbolic way, and it's just very nice to go through the scenes because there's a lot of symbolism there, and they are very creative as well. And they don't actually just stick to the Queen de Kim bar, so there's a lot more variation on the scenes actually. And the Queen de Kim actually seems to be a kind of a malleable place that it changes over time, at least slightly so. So that's cool. So yeah, if for nothing else, you should check it out. You should see the show at the very least because it looks so gorgeous. It might not be the best looking anime ever, but it's close. It's really close. It might be actually the best looking anime I've ever seen personally. I bet some people have different opinion on that. Sound design department. It's amazing. The music direction is perfect. No, okay, well, maybe not perfect, but it's really, really, really great. And they have used differences between volumes of sound really to the best effect that they can. They really know how to emphasize emotions really well, and they really know how to use sound in general. Sound effects are really top notch, and really just the music overall is something. It adds to the scenes, and it's also pleasurable to enjoy listen to it on its own. So yeah, it's really great. I'm really speeding through this. Okay, now we can actually get to the big part, which is the story, and this is where the rest of the video will take place. First off, let's talk about the idea let's talk about the characters, because that's the easy part. Dekim is let's just talk about him first, because he's, frankly speaking, the most important one, as it is kind of his character story. It shows his growth and his development as an arbiter in general. Both his purpose, why he was different in a manner of speaking, but also just it's hard to say he's entertaining, as he does not emote much, but he keeps things going on, so yeah. And his natural reactions to things are also something that's actually really funny to... Well, not funny, but they are kind of amusing in a way, because he doesn't react like normal human beings would. I personally relate to Dekim because I'm different in some manners, but that's besides the point. I have trouble dealing with people. And I usually have trouble portraying my actual emotions, but you can see that on the YouTube videos because I try to keep it up. Whatever. Then I had something else to say about him. Yeah, but I can't. I'll come back to it if I remember. Then the black-haired woman. She is definitely the proxy for the audience, that they can actually reflect upon her and her reactions. However, she is by no means an unimportant character. Yuki, as is her name. She is certainly a good audience proxy, but her story as well, it kind of shows why, like, her tragic fate is something that is also an important part to the whole overall story of, well, her. And just her character in general is one of the interesting topics that the whole show brings up. Yeah. And she's kind of nice. I really just want to address that the voice actors are just really great. Quickly, let's address all the other characters. Nona is amusing, and she is certainly different, and the relation between her and Oculus is something that's actually rather... it's both exciting and thrilling at the same time to watch, as they have a huge tension going on, and there's some animosity between the two of them, so that's kind of nice. I can't remember the rest of the guest characters' names, except for Ginty, who also shows how normal arbiters work, or how they also have troubles. And the whole overall theming was the fourth commandment that the arbiters got, which was that arbiters should not stick close to life because it will ruin them. And that we were able to see that both on Ginty's side and on Dekim's side. I'm not exactly sure whether Dekim was actually just a normal arbiter who had something special in him, or whether he was specially crafted so that he was more closer to human than normal arbiters. I know that's a very small distinction, but there's some differences there. Like, I'm not sure that he was as special as we first thought. Like, he could very well have been almost a normal arbiter with something little special inside of him. But we saw that our humanity also affects Ginty, which shows that human nature is a strange thing, isn't it? Okay, the rest of the characters are at the very least amusing, and they provide some color to the series, so the cast is at the very least colorful, so that's nice. Then we get to the overall themes, and this... oh boy, this is gonna take over 15 minutes, isn't it? Okay, so yeah. The show is based on a very interesting premise, which is that it's kind of the purgatory. The bar, or where the arbiters work. It's purgatory for the souls. Now, there were a lot of interesting questions that were posed throughout the season, or the show, and I really like that, as it's really philosophically provoking, and it invokes a lot of emotions and thoughts. And this show is really great for some conversation starters for many topics, because if you just watch it, it really gets you thinking about mortality and sin and the original sin, and just how just overall religion and death and purpose of life, and all manner of philosophical thoughts. Like, one of the most interesting things that was handled in the last few episodes, and with specifically Chiyuki, was accepting death and moving on. It certainly is an interesting topic, and I feel that the show portrayed it in a very relatable manner that really opens up more ideas to it, and at the same time, it's enjoyable at the same time. It's entertaining, and it really is good way to start a conversation. And it's really emotional, and it's a really gripping story. I feel like not everybody will get into the stories as emotionally attached as at least I was personally, but I feel like there's still something to be. They are at the very least good ways to start conversation, and they present the stories in a relatable manner that you can really sympathize with both sides of the coin. There were a lot of other questions, such as would you kill someone to save your own life? Is it really actually the right thing to do? And you can even kind of derive other questions from that, such as death sentence and mercy killing and abortion even, and like there are many things that could be discussions that could be started from the show, and that is really the best part of the show for me, that it really it got me thinking about a lot of things, and that's why I enjoyed it so much. And it's at the same time the show itself was really enjoyable. The stories were emotional and they were gripping, and they were at the same time in a way relatable, as they had a lot of human element in them. The show really dealt with emotion and how humans react to emotions, and it also had something. It had a. It portrayed the human nature in a very distinctly distinct manner. In that humans are fickle creatures now, aren't they? They change rapidly throughout their lives. I really do like it. And this is one of the shows that I will recommend to anyone. However, it comes with a really big caveat, and that is it deals with it has some actually heavy imagery, and it actually is kind of hard to watch at points. Not to that same manner as, say, Higurashi no Nakukara ni, but it still is, it has some disturbing imagery. At the very least, it has some really triggering and really hard to talk about subjects. So I would really recommend everybody to watch it, but I would at the very least wait until they are at the very least 16, should I say. At that point they should be well accustomed to this, and this would really get them to thinking about mortality and what they are doing with their lives. So at least it got me thinking, so I really would recommend it. I really enjoyed it. This was a really quick recap because I don't want to waste that much time. So that's my season recap for Death Parade. I really hope that there will become second season. If not, I will probably at some point just watch it over again because it's beautiful in many aspects. Okay, let's keep this under 15 minutes. So, yeah, this was a lot faster than I predicted, but that was the aim. So, thank you all very much for watching. Tell me, what do you feel about this faster format of doing episodes? Ciao! I'll see you in the next episode, or next video actually. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day and stay awesome. Ganmue out.